If everyone would please rise and salute for a pledge allegiance to the flag, and also take a moment of silent reflection.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Ms. Master, would you please read the Open Public Meetings Act announcement?
According to the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been given to the Daily Record. Notice has been posted in the Municipal Building, 204 Flanders Drakestown Road, Bud Lake, New Jersey, and notices were sent to those requesting the same.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ferrante.
Here.
Mr. Nicastro.
Here.
Mr. Perkins.
Here.
Mr. Roman.
Here.
Mr. Stazak.
Here.
Mr. Mania.
Here.
Mrs. Laybow.
Here. I'd like to welcome everyone to the meeting tonight. We have a full board. Yay. And Mr. Mania, we're glad to see you back and recuperating from your
Thank you.
surgery and looking great.
Thank you.
First on our agenda this evening, we have the presentation, Mayor, for the Mount Olive 12U girls softball team. Did you want to?
Skip that for now.
We'll skip that for now. And the next thing on our agenda is, I'm going to hopefully pronounce this correctly, Cultura Orgy. Presentation from the mayor.
Yes. Tara, why don't you come up here? First of all, let me congratulate you. You know my son, Jack? I don't know how many of you know that Katura is a world-class athlete at her age level. For many years, I had followed Nick Vina, who was another Morris County athlete, who threw the shot put for Morristown and basically broke every record that Morris County ever had. And it was amazing to watch in the newspaper as Nick Vina, time and time again, threw further and further and further. Ultimately, I think he got a Division I scholarship to Virginia. Little did I know that Mount Olive has a similar type athlete, world class at her age, and that's Cultura Orgy. Let me just go through some of her accomplishments this year, and they are quite amazing. 2013 triple jump national champion. Second place in the long jump at nationals. I was surprised that you didn't win that, actually. But and I woke up every morning when I knew that you were actually competing to see what was going on in terms of your accomplishments. Member of the USA World Youth Team, and you went to where, Russia? No, Ukraine. Ukraine, and you did well there also, didn't you? Bronze medalist in the triple jump at the IAAF World Youth Championships. Silver medalist in the long jump at the IAAF World Championships. New Jersey state record holder in the triple jump. New Jersey #2 in the long jump behind Carol Lewis. And U.S. #2 all-time in the triple jump. And we expect great things from Cultura as she continues. I know that Mount Olive is very proud of your accomplishments. I wanted to bring it to both the town councils to let them know exactly what it is that you have done. And I know I speak on behalf of all of Mount Olive that we're very proud of all of the things that you accomplished. And I hope as you go out there that you are a great ambassador for Mount Olive Township also. So I wanted to give you this certificate of achievement, which I'm presenting to you for your outstanding achievements this year. And I wish you the best of luck this year going forward. So congratulations. I'm sure you're proud. It is very rare that we have a world-class athlete in our midst, and we should all be very proud of her accomplishments. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Thank you. Yes. Starting what grade? High school?
Senior.
Senior, wow. Fantastic. Thank you very much for coming this evening, and again, congratulations. Mayor, thank you for having this presentation for us this evening.
We need to look for a way to keep her here
Yeah.
once she graduates. We got to find a way.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We'll be looking forward to having the Olympic rings on the Mount Olive next to the
Yes.
Mount Olive logo. Excellent.
That would be.
I
Yes.
most certainly think she's well endowed to do it. congratulations on so far, and good luck in the future.
Very good. Next on our agenda this evening, we have proclamation honoring September 22nd, 2013 as Time to Pedal Day.
Yes, thank you. This is a proclamation from the Office of the Mayor honoring September 22nd, 2013 as Time to Pedal Day. Whereas Mount Olive Township is a community that promotes healthy bodies and healthy minds, whereas Mount Olive Township has planned a variety of fun and educational activities to raise awareness of the importance of making sensible choices related to one's health and lifestyle, and whereas Mount Olive Township encourages healthy choices through education and physical exercise, focusing on health, nutrition, fitness, safety, and understanding the environment, and whereas residents are encouraged to participate in the Tour de Mount Olive, held on September 22nd, 2013, which will promote bicycle riding as a healthy choice for all ages. Now therefore, I, Mayor Robert Greenbaum, do hereby proclaim September 22, 2013 as Time to Pedal Day in Mount Olive Township, and encourage all residents to join the momentum of educating themselves, family, and friends about the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle and nutritional benefits of healthy habits such as bicycle riding in order to achieve optimum health for today and tomorrow. Signed, Robert Greenbaum, Mayor.
Thank you. See, we have our Mount Olive 12U girls softball team here this evening. Mayor, would you like to start the presentation on that for us?
Sure. It's a busy start to the meeting for me tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
You're earning your pay tonight.
Hang on. Well, I know from having sat at meetings here that you all are aware of the amazing accomplishments that the 12U girls softball team had this year. It ended a little short. I think perhaps we had the best team in the country. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but it was an amazing run. Some of the accomplishments for the 12U team: first place in the Mount Olive Schools back tournament, first place Kittatinny Spring Fling tournament, first place Rockaway Memorial Day Blast tournament, first place Sparta Schools Out tournament, first place 2013 North Jersey Babe Ruth State Championship, first place 2013 North Jersey World Series Qualifier tournament, first place North Jersey Spring League Championship, first place North Jersey Summer League Championship, and then third place 2013 National Babe Ruth League 12U World Series. Congratulations. It was a fantastic. I'd like to call the coaches up right now, whoever's here. I have certificates. Perhaps you guys want to give them to the girls so that I don't mispronounce their names. Step up to them. There's one here too. There's the coaches out of the way. This one's mine. Good.
Okay, Coach Johnny Lloyd. Coach Chris Grillo. Coach Mike Borzan. Now for the greatest team ever assembled in Mount Olive. You guys are awesome. Aaliyah Lloyd. Caitlin Pettinger. Annalee Smith. Julia Chang. Izzy Hendrickson. Charlotte Salafia. Lauren James. Gabby Grillo. Bella Salafia. And Alyssa Segnello. Hold on, one more. Last but certainly not least, Alyssa Borzan.
Actually, you know, if we can go 2 rows, it's probably better. Like, you guys probably haven't had enough.
They know the drill.
Yeah, I don't need to move out the way. He's blocking me really well.
Broad shoulders.
Congratulations, great.
Congratulations, girls, and looking forward to another victory next year for all of you. Great season. Thank you very much. Good luck in school this year, too. Okay, next on our agenda this evening, we have our resolutions. Anybody from council have any questions, concerns regarding any of our resolutions? Okay, seeing none. Any old business this evening? Seeing none. Any new business? Seeing none. And now open the meeting to the public for the workshop portion this evening. Seeing no one from the public coming up to speak, I close the meeting. I close the public portion, and now I'm asking for adjournment to our public meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All right, we're moving right along into our public meeting. Mrs. Master, would you please read the Open Public Meetings Act announcement?
According to the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been given to the Daily Record. Notice has been posted in the Municipal Building, 204 Flanders Drakestown Road, Bud Lake, New Jersey, and notices were sent to those requesting the same.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ferrante.
Here.
Mr. Nacastro.
Here.
Mr. Perkins.
Here.
Mr. Roman.
Here.
Mr. Stazak.
Here.
Mr. Mania.
Here.
Mrs. Labow.
Here. Next on the agenda, approval of minutes from previous meetings. Mr. Ferranti, would you please move the minutes?
Sure, I move to approve the August 20th, 2013 workshop and public meeting.
Second.
Yeah, you can second.
Just can't vote.
Yeah, you just can't vote, but you can second. Any questions, concerns, comments regarding the minutes? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Ferrante.
Yes.
Mr. Nacastro.
Abstain.
Mr. Perkins.
Yes.
Mr. Roman.
Here.
Mr.
I mean,
Stazak.
yes.
Abstain.
Mr. Mania.
Abstain.
Mrs. Labow.
Yes. Correspondence this evening, we have a total of 22 pieces of correspondence. Anyone like to address any of our correspondence this evening? Seeing none? Oh. Yeah. Quick. Yes, Mr. Perkins?
Thank you, Madam President. I just wanted to comment on piece number 22, the letter from Jersey Central Power and Light, their notice of the proposed increase in the societal benefits charge. Even though that is an increase, that is a beneficial charge, which goes a long way in providing help and assistance under the New Jersey Clean Energy Program, and the direct install, which we also have the resolution awarding the contract to Donnelly for getting some upgraded work being done here at a much reduced cost. So as I've always said, we pay for it out of our user fees. We ought to take advantage wherever humanly possible, and I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. All righty. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none, we're moving right along to our ordinances for public hearing. And we have ordinance number 22-2013, an ordinance of, let me back up 1 second. I now open the hearing to the public on ordinance number 22-2013, an ordinance of the Township of Mount Olive in the County of Morris, State of New Jersey, providing for the establishment of a no parking zone on Glendale Road and certain sections of Hillary Drive to be incorporated into Chapter 245 of the Mount Olive Township Code. Mr. Castro, would you please move that?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. I move for adoption and final passage of ordinance number 22-2013.
Second.
Thank you. Anybody from the public? Seeing none. Any council members? Any comments, concerns? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Ferrante?
Yes.
Mr. Nacastro?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Mr. Roman?
Yes.
Mr. Stazak?
Yes.
Mr. Mania?
Yes.
Mrs. Laybow?
Yes. Ordinance number 22-2013 is passed on second reading, and I hereby direct the clerk to forward a copy of the same to the mayor and publish a notice of adoption as required by law. I now open the hearing to the public on ordinance number 23-2013, ordinance amending section 3D of bond ordinance numbered 5-2013, finally adopted March 19, 2013, in order to amend the description of the project. Mr. Perkins, would you please move that?
Yes, Madam President, I move for adoption and final passage of ordinance number 23-2013.
Second.
Thank you. Anybody from the public, any comments, concerns? Seeing none. Anybody from council? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Ferrante?
Yes.
Mr. Nacastro?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Mr. Roman?
Yes.
Mr. Stazak?
Yes.
Mr. Mania?
Yes.
Mrs. Laybow?
Yes. Ordinance number 23-2013 is passed on second reading, and I hereby direct the clerk to forward a copy of the same to the mayor and publish the notice of adoption as required by law. Alrighty, next on our agenda is our ordinances for first reading. Oops.
Have any of those?
Okay, we have none this evening. If we did have any, we would have had our second reading on September 17th. Anyway, we don't have any. Resolutions this evening. We have a total of 11 resolutions. Mr. Roman, would you please? Oh,
Remove.
sorry. Anybody like to remove any of the 11 resolutions to non-consent? Seeing none, Mr. Roman, would you please move resolutions 1 through 11?
I move for approval, consent resolutions 1 through 11.
Second.
Any questions, concerns, comments regarding any of our resolutions? Okay, seeing none, anybody from the public have any? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Ferrante?
Yes.
Mr. Nacastro?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Mr. Roman?
Yes.
Mr. Stazak?
Yes.
Mr. Mania?
Yes.
Mrs. Laybow?
Yes. Alrighty, consent motions. Mr. Stazak, would you please move our bill list for us?
Certainly, Madam President. I move the bill list for approval.
Second.
Thank you. Anybody from the public? Any questions, concerns about the bill list? Seeing none. Any council comments regarding the bill list? Seeing none. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ferrante?
Yes.
Mr. Nacastro?
Yes.
Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
Mr. Roman?
Yes.
Mr. Stazak?
Yes.
Mr. Mania?
Yes.
Mrs. Laybow?
Yes. Administrative reports, Mr. Mayor.
I spoke enough already. Perhaps Sean would like to speak.
Mr. Canning.
Sure, thank you, Madam President. Just a couple things. First off, the Turkey Brook surveillance project, which was included in this year's budget, was just recently completed, so that's fully operational now. So hopefully that'll be able to cut down and help the police department in investigating vandalism complaints up there, as well as trying to protect our valued property up there a little bit more. We've had it posted for months, but now it's fully operational, so we're glad to see that. Second, fleet analysis. I ran most of the report today. We're going to tidy it up a little bit, try to get it to council by week's end. The numbers on the second third of the year, a little bit more, as good as they were after the first third, they're better right now. So we're very pleased with the progress of how fleet is going. It's saving the township money, and I think council is going to be very pleased with the results. So we'll try to have that to each of the council members by the end of the week. And last but not least, the tot lot resolution, which was on today. We are extremely pleased with the proposal by both of them. I have to say, the committee was incredibly impressed by both Suburban and Leathers and Associates, but the Leathers proposal really made everybody excited. And what really grasped the committee, and what I think council's going to be pleased with, and the community, is the emphasis they had on it being a community project. Even their concept phase, they don't come in and say, here, this is what we think you should have. In their proposal, they actually engage the community, especially the kids, whether it's a public, carnival type of setting or in the schools or whatever, but they get feedback from the kids who are going to actually use it. And based upon a lot of those ideas, tailor it and make it truly a community event. So we're very excited to award this contract to Leathers, and we're hoping that this can get the groundwork going, and we can put a shovel in the ground anywhere between November and January. We know it's colder, but the goal to have this project up and available for public use is the end of winter. So it's very positive.
Excellent.
Oh, and last but not least, three-phase power in Turkey Brook. That is nearing the end of the project. On that, we've been held up a little bit by the utility, a little bit of frustration on our end, but it looks like we're in the last week to 10 days of that project. When that's operational, we'll be able to light both the football game fields, the football practice field, same time. In addition, soccer's looking for lights. The Turkey Brook will really be able to have that full use that we really want to see.
Excellent. Anybody from council have any? Mr. Perkins?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Sean, can you just give us a real brief update on the county's issues relative to our solar panels in the back?
Yes. As I've alluded to before, it started to be tied up in litigation, and while the county is kind of a bystander in this, it's between the designer and the subcontractor over bond issues. They had promised from the get-go, I think I forwarded an email from the one representative, that they were hoping it to be short. However, whenever it comes to litigation, it's never short. It would be nice if they worked through these issues in short order. I'm not hopeful about that. If and when they do, we can expect this process to move forward, and we can see the parking garage, which we'd really like to see. But I don't have any timetable on it right now.
I do have one other item.
Yes,
if
Mr.
I may.
Mayor.
Can I finish
Madam
on?
President.
Can I
Sorry.
finish on that one, Mayor?
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Madam President. I just wanted, and I appreciate that, Sean. I just wanted you to get that on the record, especially for any of the residents or others that are viewing this either on YouTube or on our website. Through no fault of our own, this is just a litigation, which we all sitting up here know what happens when litigants, start getting into the picture. Inevitably, I'm still under the belief that we are going to get this solar array in the back and start seeing that savings at no cost to the taxpayers of Mount Olive. So sooner or later, we had hoped for this year to start realizing some of the savings. Hopefully 2014, they can get this resolved and get work underway.
And from what I understand from the memo, some of the projects that had already begun,
Are on hold.
they're going to finish, but we haven't actually begun yet, so that's why we're still in a larger holding pattern right now.
At least we've been approved, Madam
Yes.
President, so now we're just on the list.
We're just on the list, and hopefully we'll get it done sooner rather than later, which will be excellent. Did you have any other
No, that was it.
comments? Mr. Mayor?
Sorry, I was reminded of the fact that Mount Olive is once again participating in the McMatch competition, which is a food donation. And if you remember last year, we were the winner.
Yep.
And we're looking to do the same this year. So we'll be looking for contributions from the residents and the businesses in town. And hopefully, once again, we can succeed in being the most generous community in Morris County.
When is the deadline?
Lisa, do you have that info? You have to come up to the microphone.
September 30th.
30th.
And it's a pound
It's
type thing again? Per
Yes.
pound? Yes, per pound. Excellent. That means
Yes,
lots.
and also monetary donations are accepted as well. We were very successful in both areas last year.
Yeah, the monetary donations are extremely important too, because you don't give the fresh produce and meats and things like that, and that's how we disperse the usually it's a gift card for the various grocery stores.
We'll
And
we'll be looking for a large monetary donation from Dorsey and Semra
Yes.
this year, because I know that this is a very important.
it's extremely important.
Extremely important and dear to their heart effort that the township engages in.
Excellent. And we also have for September 21st and 22nd, we have our Mount Olive weekend coming up, and we're having the fresh produce here at the town hall on the 21st, I think 11 to 3, I believe, and then the Tour de Mount Olive on Sunday. I didn't want to steal your thunder, Mayor, but we're getting close. We want lots of people signing up. I will be planted at the registration table. Since I think I forgot how to ride a bike, and I haven't been able to buy one of those adult tricycles yet. Maybe next year. That'll be a picture we don't want to see ever.
I have no response.
I set you up for it, and you just passed on it. That's okay. Next.
It's a new me.
It's a new. Oh, having heart failure here. I can't stand it. Next on our agenda, we have our council reports, and Mr. Ferranti.
The only thing I have is also on September 21st from 11 to 3 is the library's Fall Festival.
I'm sorry. Mr. Perkins?
No legal?
Oh. I passed you, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I passed right by Mr. Semro.
I just want to know who stuck up for me, Council
Yes,
President.
there you go.
Who reminded you?
I was thinking more in terms of our executive session.
Just good evening. Just a few things. First, you may recall that previously the governing body authorized the approval of the developers agreement with Siemens in order to make sure it was expedited. We had a few bumps in the road, but last week we did come to resolve and address all the issues. Mr. Canning did a terrific job in making sure that struck the balance between making sure that we get this development going, but also protecting the interests of the township. So we're set to go with respect to that developers agreement. For executive session, I'd like to update the governing body on a pending litigation, Erman versus Mount Olive Township. And the only other item I want to mention is we have a new associate in our firm. He's here this evening. His name is Joe Bach. So he's not here to cause trouble. He's here to observe tonight, but we're real pleased to have him. He's clerked in the Morris County Superior Court. He grew up in Morris County. He went off to college in upstate New York and did great things aside from just being in law school. Got very involved and did a lot of research and a lot of writing, and we're real happy to have Joe. And I guess the most important thing I want to tell you is Joe is a resident of none other than Mount Olive Township. So he's real excited to be here. And a former neighbor of mine. We're only talking about the positives.
Our condolences to you.
We're real pleased to have him, and he's excited to be here. So I just want to introduce you to Joe as well. So.
Excellent. You could have sat up here. We would have let him.
You should sit up behind him.
We wanted him to see everyone
Oh, you
this
want to
evening.
see?
So,
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
So we didn't want to put him in the hot seat. We wanted just to introduce
Like
him.
punishing him.
And Mr. Semmer, I apologize for skipping over legal reports. It's so rare that you've graced us with your presence. I missed you.
Very nice.
No, actually, we're very happy to have Fred with us this evening,
Thank you.
as always. And I'm going back on schedule here with our council reports, and we have Mr. Ferranti. You want to continue with your reports?
That's all I had.
Okay.
Just the library.
Thank you. Mr. Nicastro?
Just have a open space on Monday coming up, that's it.
Okay, very
Nothing
good.
else to report.
And Mr. Perkins?
Thank you, Madam President. The Board of Health at our last meeting passed the resolution approving the registered health inspector to replace Carl Reiners. We also passed a resolution for a deputy registrar, as well as an assistant Board of Health secretary for that department. So there is now sufficient backup in case somebody is not in.
Excellent.
So that's all been passed.
Very good. Thank you.
And nothing other than that, Madam President.
All righty, Mr. Roman?
This past Friday, the Mount Olive Junior Marauders pep rally was held. In attendance was the mayor, Mr. Nicastro, and myself. We did the usual ceremonial tossing of the footballs. I threw an 80-yard pass. It was perfectly caught.
I'm sorry I
It was
wasn't
only
there.
5 yards, I'm sorry. Of note, as always, they introduced the Ribosack winners from previous, and in attendance were several previous winners
And of note, Officer Stan Pitch was present, along with the now a current high school football assistant coach, Brian Bublitz, and I believe he's also a substitute teacher. Segueing into the Board of Ed, former New York Giant Lee Roussan is now going to be a volunteer on our high school football team.
Wow.
So that should be a good motivation for the young gentleman. And school starts tomorrow, so drive safely, and
Yes.
that's it.
Very good, thank you. Mr. Stazak?
Yes, the MOTV will be meeting in 2 weeks, and we are still, for anybody watching, we're still looking for sports and recreation videos to air on MOTV.
Excellent, very good, thank you. Mr. Mania?
Well, I just like to thank everybody for their thoughts and prayers in my rehab. It's worked.
Yeah.
I'm progressing very well.
Yes, excellent, look
I
great.
thank everyone.
Thank you. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I was not able to make it to the pep rally Friday night. Actually, was here at Town Hall. We were trying to resurrect the Mount Olive Park Partners group, so I met with the previous board and some new members for the next board, so we're trying to get that underway. And with the Mount Olive TNR program, they're continuing to deal with the issue with the cat hoarding situation. They're down to about 40 cats right now. They're having continuous adoption days over at PetSmart in Succossana, and also in Tractor Supply in Mount Olive. And I want to thank the mayor for helping us out and posting the information on the Facebook page and trying to get these little cats out there and find them forever homes. And we're also gearing up for our fall yard sale, and I'll give you further information on that when it becomes available. So now, without further ado, I'm now going to open up the meeting to the public for our final public portion of the evening. Seeing no one from the public, I'm going to close the public portion. And we're going to have our council comments, and also I want to just update the executive session. It's not. It's going to be contract matter, not personnel matter. It's contract negotiations. So council comments, and then I'll ask Mr. Perkins to move us into executive session. Mr. Ferranti, any council comments this evening?
None, thanks.
Mr. Nicastro.
It's good to see you back, Mr. Mania.
Thank you.
That's it.
Mr. I thought he was going to say more.
Yeah,
Wait.
nothing else.
Yeah, good to say that.
That is a very, very important. Mr. Perkins?
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to remind everyone, this time next week, you'll be going to sleep and then waking up to September 11th. Everybody hopefully can still remember what transpired on September 11, 2001. We're now coming into 2013. Those lives that were lost, not just at the Trade Center, but in the Pentagon and also at Shanks Field in Pennsylvania. We should always remember that we are vulnerable here. We live in the greatest country in the world, and there are people out there that would take that freedom away from us at the drop of a dime. So that's it, Madam President.
Thank you. Mr. Roman?
I have nothing.
Mr. Stazak?
Nothing?
Mr. Maniac?
Nothing.
And I have nothing this evening, and we're going to move into executive session. We're going to have it here in this room. I'm going to ask Mr. Perkins to move us into executive session. We won't be taking any further action after our executive session. Mr. Perkins?
Thank you, Madam President. In accordance with Section 7 and 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, I make a motion we move into executive session for contract negotiations and Erman litigation.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call? Or,
All in favor?
yeah, roll call? Or all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Note that the minutes will be available upon the conclusion of these matters.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, sure.